What I've got today is a little game called Cartographers. It's a roll and write, or at least technically within that genre. It's a roll and flip, similar to Welcome to actually. And it sits on that same realm of games. Welcome to, Railroad Inc. are some of my favorite roll and writes that exist right now, and I think Cartographers is in the running for that list as well. I would put this as a game that takes the elements of Welcome to and adds a few layers of complexity that I really admire and I like. I don't know if I like it more than Welcome to, which I've played probably over 125 times, partly due to my 24-hour marathon, or 26 hours, but partly because it's a great game. Now, Cartographers, I think, does a few things that makes me have similar feelings to Welcome to, but also has some different feelings that lead me to more think about games like Tiny Towns, where you're doing space management and you're trying to get certain points and combinations. So it kind of feels like, as I'm playing it mechanically, like Welcome to, but kind of strategically like Tiny Towns. Both are games that I like a lot. So why don't I show you the game and then you can see for yourselves. All right, now I have this about half set up because I want to show you some elements of it. So you can see there's some goal cards here, and these goal cards have different variations, and you can see that, you know, with different plays of the game, the setup can feel different, yet similar to what it is now, where you're trying to aim for different goals throughout the rounds. And you can see that there are 4 rounds of the game, which are called seasons, and so your scoring is based off of the season. A and B is what you score, and so you're trying to aim for these goals in the first season, B and C the next, C and D the next, D and A the final season. A very cool system for building out and thinking about the future, but also planning for the immediate and getting points. And so we set the rest away. But the other part of this game that I think kind of leads it to feel like Tiny Towns in terms of strategy thought are how you have these elements here. So you got green, blue, yellow, red, different elements that also have an associated shape with it, Tetris style shape that you must choose and fit onto your player sheet. So you're drawing this all here, and if it doesn't fit, there's a penalty. I thought I dropped something. There's also an element of surprise where these are 4 ambush cards that kind of lead to some tomfoolery in the middle of the game. In a multiplayer session, if this is flipped up instead of one of the typical Tetris pick your shape and color cards, then you rotate boards and kind of sabotage each other's player sheet. Player sheet. In a single player mode, you kind of have an automated way to sabotage, but all these add up to a game that feels like it's got a lot of replayability, some player interaction, and some elements of strategy beyond just the simple numbers in increasing order and kind of hoping you get lucky like you do in Welcome to or Railroad Inc. Now, I'll go through a couple turns. So in the spring, going to try and score A and B. And essentially what I'm going for is I see green and blue. Blue is a much later color, so I kind of want to start with creating a shape for green. So I'll do Oh, already getting an attack. So for a single player, I have to go into this bottom right corner and make the monster shape. So that's a bummer. We got a nice L shape. And I'll do the that stuff for. And the reason why I'm stacking it like this, you play until these numbers add up to the current season or greater than it. You can get some recurring points with some coins, so maybe I'll throw in some coin piece here. But it's taking up less room, so potentially less benefit. Farmland. I think I'll go right here. It's kind of a nice spot for the farm. Get another coin. So now it looks like I've added up to 8. I'm going to be scoring this. So now, in scoring this round that I've hit 8 for, I look at the A and B scoring criteria. So for any green that's totally surrounded around the edge, I get a point. So 1, oh, well, I didn't do very well. 1 point for the green. And then earn 3 reputation stars for each complete diagonal line of filled spaces that touch. Oh, I see, so it's kind of a zigzag pattern, so I should have been building in the bottom left corner. Didn't get any points there, so I've got 1 point from this. I've got a point each because I've got 2 coins, so in total I've got 3. Got monsters here, so I count the open spaces next to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 5, so I'm at -2, doing pretty poorly. Throughout the game, I'll be growing my space and getting more points from the coins, from the interactions. If I was playing a bit more thoughtfully, I hopefully could have gotten some more points in this. But the overall game is kind of explained in just this first step. You're doing this space management style game on a roll and write surface. And you get this variability in the goals you're going for and in the things that flip over when the attacks happen. It creates a nice sense of variety to the game with a little bit of player interaction, but still the nice benefits of having everyone play at the same time. Simultaneous turns are pretty ideal for most gaming groups, especially with people who are newer to games as well. So I very much feel like Cartographers is going to be one of the best roll and writes out there currently, and plus the art and everything else with the theme make it feel like a lovely game to have on the shelf and as an option to play. It doesn't take very long either. The rounds go pretty quickly, and you feel like you've gotten a real game out of what most people would think of as part of the lighter genre of board gaming. So those are the things that I like about Cartographers. So that's what I think about Cartographers. Now, if you like these kind of videos, I haven't asked this before, but if you've stuck around to the end of the video, I want to ask, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It seems like a majority of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed. So if you like this content, please subscribe and like the video. It actually helps quite a bit. And I'll keep making more. There's a lot of great games out there that I want to get to. Another one that I'm going to be playing soon is called The Crew. So please look forward to that video. And I'll see you next time.